This podcast is entirely listener supported. To find out how you can help, head to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.
Ready, man.
Are you
going to lead this or
reading?
me? Am I going to lead this?
Have you read it?
I have it in front of me.
So no?
So no.
It's okay. Well, then why don't I lead it now? This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens. We have a special guest with us in the anxiety chamber today. The brilliant and talented Allie Goertz is here.
Yeah. Allie, welcome.
Hi. Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, Allie, you may know from the Simpsons podcast and from Fire Talk with me, and she has a Kickstarter right now where she is making a Rick and Morty theme album.
Yeah.
I love that idea. That sounds
Thank
awesome.
you. Yeah, Sad Dance Songs is what it's called.
That's so perfect. That's so perfect. So we'll leave a link to the Kickstarter and stuff like that down below. And if you're a patron, we're going to have a bonus episode with Allie as well that you can download right now at the very same time that this episode comes out.
And if you're not a patron, become one at patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.
Well, there you go. Something that somebody sent in that was very, very interesting to me today.
This is very specific to you.
This is very specific to me. Yes.
The patron saint of Carboni.
This guy has got it all figured out. Jimmy Rad sent this in on the subreddit, which is wehaveconcerns.reddit.com. This is a chemist who has not showered in 12 years and yet does not stink and is not dirty.
Said the internet article that you can't smell or see.
Said the internet article that I trust implicitly now that all of my dreams are coming true.
Mine too.
Oh, really? I thought you would be anti this.
Nope, I'm so for this.
You seem so cleanly.
I am I seem clean. No, I am clean. I'm clean.
I like to seem cleanly too. I want to seem cleanly. I don't want to put in any of that annoying work that comes with hygiene.
Like I do it. If I had known that this would be a possibility when I was a kid, I would have stopped. Like I would have been so excited. The lengths at which I would try and trick my parents to make them think I had showered when I hadn't.
Really?
I would you get yourself, you make your hair wet and then you spill out some of the shampoo and conditioner. So if they check,
Yes.
yeah, I hated
I would do
showers
stuff
as a
like that
kid.
for not brushing my teeth, but showering is like my favorite part of the day.
Brushing my teeth is one of my favorite activities. Like I
So,
love having clean teeth.
As a kid, though, when I was brushing my teeth, I would do kind of like what you did with showers, where
You just get it wet.
it's like the dumb criminal. It's like when you're watching, something like Blow, and you're like, man, if he had just applied himself to anything, as much as he applied himself to
Or
cocaine,
just take the 48 seconds to brush your teeth.
exactly.
Yeah.
The
Well,
amount of
I
time-
would take that 48 seconds and I would like brush my toothbrush on my hand.
Exactly.
Or
It's the same amount of time.
Yeah.
What was it about these things?
I just don't want to do what I'm told, man.
Yeah, mine was that too. Sticking it to the man.
Guys, I love showering. One of my least favorite things about California is that we're in a water crisis and I can't spend 3 hours in the shower because I would.
Once I'm in the shower, I'm happy I'm there, but everything leading up to it, for some reason, just makes me so miserable.
There are some times where I feel like I could accomplish anything that day. I feel like I could do 100 million things that day if I could just take a shower.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
like
the,
if I
it's
could
the best part of the day.
Yeah, I'm staring at the shower and it's right down the hall and I'm like, dude, if I could just take a shower today, I feel like I could bang out 40 pages of a novel. I feel like I could run all my errands. I could ship all that stuff UPS that's been like collecting in my house. But I gotta take a shower first, and that just seems like the worst.
So tell me why this guy is going to save both of your lives, evidently.
So here's what's up. This man's name is David Whitlock, and David Whitlock was on a date 12 years ago, making small talk like you do. He's a chemist, and somebody asked, why does my horse roll around in the dirt all the time? Just common first date
Somebody
stuff.
asked. Weirdly, it was the waiter who asked that.
It was a very fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
It was classy as hell in there. I want to know, like, how you meet somebody. Like, if I met somebody and I went on a first date with them and their opener was like, so I have this horse.
I'm listening.
Go on. I'd be like, gee, so do you want to, like, split the check then?
You do have horse money.
Because you've got horse money. Like, my car barely runs.
By the way, there is a website called Equestrian Cupid, which is for people that own horses that want to find love.
What about people who love horses?
Well, they
That's the rest of the internet.
they're on. Yeah,
I
they're
see.
somewhere else on the internet.
That's a Google safe search. You just toggle that on or off. You get the horse-loving internet or the non-horse-loving internet. But David Whitlock was like, I want to know why your horse rolls around in the dirt. And also how I wound up on a date with a countess. This
Yeah,
sounds amazing.
right.
So he went, he checked into it, and, there was this idea back in the Middle Ages where, like, dirt was protective, right? Bathing was bad. You wanted to build up that layer of crust and dirt to keep all the bad shit out.
Which look at their life expectancy. It proves itself out right there.
It really does. Like, you apply a little critical thinking to it and you see, like, how could that possibly go wrong? But it turns out to a certain extent it might be true. So he found out that there is something called nitric oxide, which is a compound that we make in our body that breaks down ammonia and the different nasty stuff that actually makes us smell and feel gross, right? Mm-hmm. And if he could create a spray that actually raised your body's levels of nitric oxide, you would immediately just smell better, feel better. And you wouldn't have all of the terrible things that go along with showering, which above and beyond the time management problem, Jeff, because where do you find the time?
All the terrible things that go on with showering. Just the list goes on and on.
I'm just picturing the 3 a.m. infomercial version of this guy's spray where it's just
Do you hate showering?
and it's just like a woman like tripping 5 times on the way to the shower.
Have you spent countless hours convincing your loved ones that you've showered when you didn't?
Just holding up 15 bottles of various conditioners and they're just
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah.
Wetting your hair. Dampening the towels.
Who has the time?
Well, also you have to do laundry a bunch because you have to have clean towels because I'm not going to have dirty towels.
Yeah.
By definition, a towel is clean. It only touches you when you're clean.
Yeah, but then you have to wash it once you're done.
Why would you have to wash it? It's only
Wait.
touching a
so
clean
you're the only
person.
one of us that showers
You don't
regularly,
wash your
loves
towels?
it. But you don't wash your towels.
I mean, eventually I wash them. It's not like I'm washing after each showering.
I feel like we're in a 6 of one, half dozen of the other kind of situation here, Jeff. You have to wash your towels, dude.
I don't not wash my towels. I mean,
I don't not
I'm
shower.
just saying.
Jeff's like, I shower every day, and then I return to my dorm room that looks exactly the way it has since I was 21, and I sleep on the pile of laundry. I roll around in it to dry off.
Yeah,
I
mean,
breeze myself.
that's not untrue, any of that, sadly. Luckily, I'm married now, so that kind of behavior has been squelched.
The shot collar has taken that out of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so using this, he feels nice. But the
So
downside
he
of
created
the
a
downside of
spray?
showering, yeah, he created this spray. And the downside of showering that he's talking about is your skin gets dry. We over-clean ourselves. We eliminate good bacteria that's supposed to be on our body when we're washing off the bad bacteria. This doesn't do that. This only increases good bacteria.
Supposedly, Steve Jobs believed this very strongly and didn't want to shower for years and years.
Early days of Jobs, I read that, where he only ate fruit and he wouldn't shower.
Yeah,
Right.
they had a scene in the Steve Jobs movie where just very quickly, they don't mention it, where he dips his feet into the
in the toilet.
In the toilet.
Yeah.
They don't address it. It was just for those of us who kind of love following that kind of behind the scenes of Steve Jobs.
That's the worst Easter egg because everybody else in the theater is like, what's up with the feet in
what?
the toilet?
Well, I think that's what you're supposed to think.
Yeah,
It's
you're
like,
supposed to think, what a weirdo.
That's a little bit odd.
Or they're thinking, well, maybe if I dip my feet in the toilet, I'll invent the next big
iPhone.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That's a lot
Dip
like
your
this.
feet in the toilet. iPhone.
That's
how
a lot
that
like
works.
this horse dirt thing. It all makes sense if you just look at it.
We're all cut from the same cloth.
So he's saying that because he hasn't showered in 12 years and he just sprays himself with this stuff as needed, by the way, and not his whole body, just areas where he feels like it's needed.
Oh, stench zones.
Yeah. Stench zones.
Just get to the stink parts.
Ugh, God.
So he just does that, and he feels great. His skin is soft and wonderful and not dry. He looks younger than he should look.
Well,
And I mean, but he also
picture in the article.
Yeah, he must be
I mean,
1,000
maybe-
years
yeah,
old
maybe
if he looks
Yeah.
younger.
Maybe he's quite an older.
he looks young the way like Toodles in Hook looks young. He just has like a childlike wonder to his face. He looks like a crazy mad scientist.
Yeah.
Like
He looks like someone who invented a spray where you don't have to shower.
yeah,
to
he
be
really
honest.
does. He has like the scraggly, like weird old grandpa hair. Like he doesn't look clean, but he doesn't look dirty.
Right. Which I think is exactly the point.
Yeah.
That, I was going to say but let's say can you guys buy this spray? Can you go out into the market
So the idea
and purchase
is
it?
he is going to market this spray
To Axe body spray.
under the name Mother Dirt.
Mother Dirt.
I like it.
I like it.
You know what? That's the name of my favorite 90s grunge band.
Yeah.
They're playing at the Roxy this week.
Their first single is No Longer Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Oh,
I gotta go.
that's your one. No, that's your one, dude. You guys, that is your dad joke for the episode. You nightmare
I'm
human
proud
being.
of that one.
Are you really?
That was a good one.
I feel like your standards are getting lower and lower for these.
That was good.
He's happy.
As long, yeah, I guess
Mother
as long as he's
Dirt.
happy. Mother Dirt. It's going to cost $49 for a
that's
bottle
cheap.
of this. Is it?
Well, how long does it last?
Well,
I think you should.
considering you
I
only
assumed a lifetime. I was just like, hey, that seems pretty good.
$49 and you never do it again.
I assume like servings of everything is just enough to last forever. Like I bought an $8 juice this morning. I was like, $8 for the rest of my life. That's not bad.
It's not bad. And they're like, no, you have to buy 4 of those a day over the next 18 days.
Oh shit.
Okay, but I'm just going to sip it though. Is it cool if I just sip it? I've never had anything healthy in my life. So I feel like I shouldn't drink the whole bottle because of the shock that will happen to my body. Is that true, Juice Man? Can I save on this? So the deal is, I want you to know he doesn't just use the spray. Like if his hands get dirty, if he's covered in dirt, he will use water, not soap. He will use water.
This guy like actively avoids water for the rest of his body.
I feel like this guy never gets dirty though because he's a chemist that dates people who owns horses.
But I mean,
horse people are
yeah,
filthy.
horse people. I know that's derogatory.
Yeah, they
they're
prefer
pretty
horse
dirty.
Americans.
Yeah.
They prefer equestrian Americans.
Equine Americans. Can we be nice here?
They are by definition around dirt and grime.
Well, he's not a horse person though. He just dates fancy
them.
horse people.
Right.
He's a chemist.
That sounds like they're like half people, half horse.
Yeah, he dates fancy centaurs. He dates sexy centaurs who are waiting for you in your area.
I honestly would trust a man who did.
You would. I think your trust issues are in question. Are you guys? Do you guys want to do this?
Dude, right now I wake up at noon and spray myself with Febreze, and that can't do half of
my
what
God.
this shit does.
That's the poor man's version of.
That's
of
really
this.
what it is.
Yeah, you need some Mother Dirt.
I would use Mother Dirt all day, every day.
So how does it work in terms of like, what about like hair? Like I understand it but is he still washing his hair?
Nah, man, you shouldn't wash your hair.
I have heard that you shouldn't wash your hair.
I believe strongly that you shouldn't wash your hair.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I believe it too.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Wait,
and
so
I would like to use the spray. Both of these kinds of things take a long time to get to a point where it looks good again.
Yeah.
You know, and that's hard. Maybe it's easier for a man with shorter hair than it is a woman or a man with longer hair. Because, you know, you got to look nice.
I heard that John Bon Jovi never washed his hair,
That makes sense.
and I believe it. And
I mean, yeah,
and
he
the
also
man has
broke
God
his
hair.
hand on a drum set.
Well,
Jeff
he
only
rocks
does-
hard.
Got blood all over
Jeff
him.
only does things if famous people have done them before. He doesn't
Particularly famous drummers.
Yeah, famous
Let me talk
drummers
about
or
what Neil
tech
Peart
industry
did.
people.
That's right. Steve Jobs and John Bon Jovi are my two idols, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wait.
if Keith Moon stopped showering, you would also.
maybe I'd be more interested
Wait,
in
but
it
is
than a
Keith Moon-
chemist.
Is
Yeah,
Keith Moon
chemist.
child porn though? Was that Keith Moon?
I think you're
Don't
thinking
wash
of,
your hair and then also child
I think
porn?
you're thinking of
That's the drummer in Cake, right?
what's his name from the Who?
Yeah.
It's disappointing that there are more than one.
Yeah. No, but
I think you're thinking of Jared from Subway.
But which rocker with the child porn problem are we talking about? How often do you wash your hair?
Once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I do twice.
I also heard somewhere that it can lead to baldness, and I always got scared of that.
It's the same. I believe that's the same kind of principle that we're talking about, where you're like stripping your hair of things that
Yeah.
are important. It sounds like it's the same kind of thing happening with your skin. You know,
Right.
it makes a lot of sense to me.
But you're just afraid of baldness because your dad's bald, and he gave you a complex about
He
it.
absolutely did.
Oh,
He talked about it nonstop through my entire
got a
childhood.
very strong hairline.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's keep her around.
Yeah, right? But yeah, I would use this stuff, and I would not wash my hair, and I think that's fine. Where I begin to not trust this gentleman is the other claims that he makes about this. Are you ready? He says that because this nitric oxide, a raise in nitric oxide is associated with the good effects of meditation. He believes that just spraying yourself with this stuff and not bathing and raising the nitric oxide in your body will get rid of bad moods and stress and all of the terrible things that meditating is supposed to get rid of just by not showering. He says that he's just happier and better and feels better and is.
But I meditate in the shower. That's like very meditative for me. Getting in the shower, feeling the cold.
Now you
or
don't have to
warm
do either,
water.
buddy. Here's the thing. He backs it up with absolutely no data.
Well,
He's
how can you argue with
He's
that?
talking about a feeling, though.
Yeah.
He's saying in his own experience, he's felt
But
better.
This man is a
It
chemist.
shouldn't be on the bottle.
This man is a chemist. He's like, but this man is a chemist and he's saying it in the interviews, right?
Yeah.
So there's no way to disassociate that with the product. Like he's being very clever about it. Like he's saying, I have no data, but I'm a chemist. And
It's also
here's how
called
I feel.
it's called Mother Dirt, which makes you know it's like a very hippie kind of granola guy.
That's true.
It's not surprising to me at all that he's also talking about like moonstones and like
It also
I feel
proves
like Mother Dirt is like the secret central underground base for all the jam band fans. Like I must
Have you guys
report
been to
back to
Mother
Mother Dirt.
Yeah. It also proves to me that he in no way consulted a marketing team.
Yes. Which
it's
makes
better
it
than Dirt Mother.
I guess. Slightly. But
which is such a huge
Dirt
insult
mom.
in some countries. Your dirt mother.
don't you talk about my dirt mother. Your dirt mother.
I get really worried about anything the second it starts associating itself with mental health effects. That's the only thing. If you want to tell me that you don't smell anymore, I think that's cool. If you want to say, I feel better, I'm a better person, I got no data, but I can tell you that I feel that way.
But Anthony, if you don't want to smell anymore, take a fucking shower.
No,
like
because it takes
that's
so
the
much
easy
time. It's all the way down the hall.
There's literally, if he's not talking about any other benefit other than time saving or I guess water saving, this is a pretty flimsy idea. There has to be some other idea that a reason why you'd want to keep that bacteria on your skin, right?
I think that I think the water saving is a huge part of it. I mean, the hope, I think, would be that this is going to places that don't have as much water. Then it's brilliant. Then it's for people that have, maybe third world countries that are able to get this. Then it's
or us
Send
in
them the Mother
California.
or people that are lazy like you and me.
So in our
But-
Mad Max future, we're all just
yes,
going to be
in Mad
spraying
Max,
ourselves
we're
with
gonna be
mother dirt.
Yes, and then the silver stuff over our mouths.
Maybe that's what that was.
That was Mother
that was
Dirt.
Mother Dirt.
Don't inhale the Mother Dirt.
I've been snorting mother dirt
No,
all morning.
it's topical. You're not supposed to ingest the Mother Dirt.
Oh man, I'm so fucking high on mother dirt. It's crazy.
He smells so nice as he rides to his death.
Yeah. Mother dirt is made of like 98% mushrooms. You don't smell anything. And the colors, man, the colors.
Yeah, I'm all for it because I'll tell you what, guys. Here's a confession. I've reached the point where I'm like so lazy and so hate taking a shower so much that I've gone over the line to being in the shower with my phone, no case on my phone.
What?
Wow.
I'm right. I'm
Doing
there.
what? Playing Candy Crush?
Sometimes I tweet. Some of my best tweets are from the shower.
Oh, I have
Shower tweets?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that, but I have a waterproof notepad that I keep in my thing, and then I just write all my tweets there.
See how meditative that is?
Yeah.
You guys are proving my point.
No, I'm going to extreme lengths to do things that I would like to do outside of the shower in the shower. I had to get waterproof stuff that I could just have normal stuff.
Yeah.
But there's a clarity of mind when you're in the shower. Some of my best ideas happen there.
Sometimes I play that Steven Universe game.
In the shower?
Yeah. Just to avoid, I don't know,
Oh. God
being
damn
alone
us
with my
all.
thoughts for 5 minutes. I don't know what it is.
We're going to hell.
Actively cleaning myself. I don't know. I don't know what I'm avoiding about the shower, but lately I've just been anti-shower.
As long as my skin can meditate with this with this spray, I don't ever have to think or be alone with myself.
Probably going to hire a TaskRabbit to come spray me with the spray, in all honesty. Just get the handy app
You know
and
what
have
would
somebody
be so
walk
nice?
in.
You know what would be so nice if we could just create a room in our house where there was this chamber we could get into.
Jetsons, the
where there's
Jetsons thing.
Stick with me. Where there's a nozzle, and all you do is like you turn a knob, and that nozzle sprays a spray on you, so you don't ever have to shower.
Don't try and turn this shit
See what
around
I'm
on
doing
me,
there,
man.
you fucking lazy ass.
No, man, like it needs to be like the Jetsons thing where literally a catapult needs to like throw me out of the bed onto a conveyor belt that lifts my arms and dresses. That's the what, like, listen, man, I understand that the world has it rough and we live in like one of the greatest blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
whatever,
that was one of the most privileged things I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, but
Nailed.
yeah. Yes, it is. I'll tell you what. It's the part of my day that I hate the most.
I like how Allie's like, maybe we can send this to third world countries. And Anthony's like, I need a conveyor belt to get me to the fucking
I
bathroom.
want someone from a third world country to put it on me, is what you're saying.
Then we're employing people. We're getting them out of there. It's a win-win. I get to finish this. I get to 100% that Steven Universe game, which is super important.
Yeah. In the grand scheme.
They get a job. It's global economy. Nobody has to shower again.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm saving the planet, and you guys are pushing me down. That's all.
Fair enough.
You for president.
Thank you. Finally, somebody says it.
The Carboni Mother Dirt ticket. 2016.
No one will ever have to shower again.
So if only kids could vote.
If only, yeah. No vegetables. No one has to shower.
No bedtime.
No bedtimes. Everybody gets to have somebody strong enough to swing them over the bar. That's my entire ticket.
Over the bar.
Over the bar, 2016.
Let's make America over the bar again.
Allie, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, once again, Allie's Kickstarter is in its final hours.
Yes, I haven't. It ends on Friday.
Okay. This will be coming out tomorrow, which is Wednesday. So you've got 48 hours to help Allie out. What are some of the stretch goals and stuff that you've got going on right now?
So we already reached the first one, which is only makes sense if you watch the show, but I'm making a music video about Mr. Poopy Butthole. And it's very sad.
That
it's very
episode
beautiful.
was so rad.
It's
one of my favorite episodes.
Great episode.
Yeah.
And right now I'm at almost $9,000. If we get to $10,000, instead of 5 songs on the album, I will have 7 songs on the album.
Right on.
Yes.
That's awesome. So go support that. We'll put the link in the notes. And hey, would you guys use a Mother Dirt?
I want to know if people want to stop showering and use a Mother Dirt. I think they should tweet us. I'm at Jeff Cannata.
I'm at A Carboni.
And I'm at Allie Goertz.
And you can hashtag that over the bar. And remember, we have a bonus episode with Allie for patrons. Head to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. We have concerns, because that wouldn't lead you anywhere. I gotta go.